About 30 seconds left. If you want to jump on to say quick good morning.
Dexter McLean out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Good morning. Good morning. Las Vegas in the house.
North Mississippi.
Good morning. Good morning.
Great
Couple
morning,
more minutes.
Phoenix. I'm on my way to a chamber meeting, so I'm excited.
Good stuff, Lisa. Knock it out.
DeMarco from AZ.
Arizona, West Coast. Good morning, Steve.
Dan Clark from Branson, Missouri.
All righty. Got Missouri in the house.
Let's roll it, guys. Let's roll it. We got time. Appreciate it. Well done, McGuire. Well done, everybody. Thanks for piping in, everyone. David Rutz here, playing quarterback today. We got different quarterbacks every day, and today happens to be me. McGuire and I were just talking about how we're going to have other people leading this huddle each day. So we'll be talking about that next week as well, because we want you to hear from a lot of our leaders, not just me. And although I do it every day, it's better sometimes to have Drew Bledsoe on the sidelines and put Tom Brady in. And so some of you know that story, but greatest quarterback ever only got a start because the other greatest quarterback on the team got injured. So it's better to put me on the sidelines sometime, let the rest rise up, and I get out their way. So pleasure to have all of you here. David Rutz, founder of David Allen Capital, coming from this huddle. If this is your first huddle, welcome. And if not, welcome back. Listen, we want to get right down to it. The purpose of these huddles is to raise the frequency of our activity, but we only raise the frequency of our activity by raising the belief level, from the inside out building it, whether it's competence, whether it's emotions, whether it's knowledge base. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever takes your belief to the next level then starts to create more conversations. You start to see all around you the need for our funding, right? You start to see the right fits and the wrong fits, and you're not concerned of what the cost is because you see the contribution. You're not concerned about multiple providers. You see the benefit of that. You're not concerned about an online application and upload bank statements and weekly pay because you realize that is the only way these businesses can get funding. And you start to see that if someone can get a mortgage, they should, or if someone can get a bank loan and they're eligible for it and they want a 10-year term, they should. And you start to realize that 9 out of 10 businesses out there can't get that. And when you realize 9 out of 10 businesses don't qualify for that, instead of worrying about the 1 out of 10 who can and saying, oh, we can't serve them. No, the banks will serve them, right? But for the 9 out of 10, I started this company for the 9, not the 1. I started this company for the 9, not the 1. And I started this company for you as brokers to be able to go out and make $250,000 a year working from home without having to take advantage of people, but instead by serving people and give you all the flexibility in the systems and the websites and the trainings and everything you need, right? So we're not here for the 1 out of 10. We're not here for that business. Unless they don't want to wait or don't want to put up collateral, then they're not 1 in the 10. They're part of the 9 out of 10, and we help take care of them, right? So once you get that and you get your competence to the point where you feel comfortable talking about it because your belief is there and your understanding is there and your knowledge is there and you're certified with us and you're ready to go, then guess what happens? You start talking more, you start sharing more, you start advising more. It starts to be fun. It's not a job, it's not a gig, it's not a thing where you try to make some extra money. It's something where it's a purpose. You got businesses who may close if you don't help them. You got businesses who may not grow if you don't help them. You got businesses who have families to feed, mouths to feed, kids who want to go to dance class, Christmas time coming up, private schools, college, debt, all these things, a broken down car, the broken down and tired owner, all these things, and you start realizing, wait a minute now, I got a solution for this. David Allen Capital on the Bank Breezy funding platform is a solution for this. So this huddle is a reminder of that. This huddle is a reminder of what we got. And I don't always get this excited, but I'm getting myself excited right now. I'm remotivating myself to the purpose of what we do. So let's get into our funding story today. Then we go into a little pro tip for the huddle, and then we're going to break the huddle, and then we're going to go into the broker updates for the week because it is Friday. So let me open up today's funding story from Wade Cordell, our fearless leader and leading up the Bank Breezy funding team. talking to hundreds of clients every single week. Thank you, Wade and team. Wellness Center out of Arizona. Broker Stephen DeMarco. Great job, Stephen. Client has very good credit. However, they just got funding 4 weeks ago from someone else, a lower tier lender. We could have got them a better offer had they not gotten that funding first, but they already had money, didn't know about us. Plus, they took multiple draws totaling over $8,000 from a line of credit funder they have just a couple weeks ago. So obviously, they just got 18 grand 4 weeks ago and just took 8 grand out of draws. That's $26,000 they've taken in the last month. Are you going to lend them money if they're still needing more? Well, the true revenue after subtracting the funds they got from the lenders was about $39,000. It's normally 45 to 49, so their sales are off about 25%. That causes underwriters concern, right? Our team talks to them. We get to know their situation better. We understand, and we find some lenders who want to help them as a third position, right? Because they've already got 2 advances. Third position, had they known about us first, but they didn't. But they know about us now, thanks to Steve DeMarco. Great job, Steve. This became a third position funding, usually because the client accepted funding within the last 60 days. We would not be able to provide them with more funds because if you get money in the last 60, sometimes they call it stacking. They won't do it. But we were able to get a client because it's full disclosure. Everyone knows they've already taken money, etc. We were able to get them $22,000 additional dollars. So more than they originally got. They got $18,000 from one lender 4 weeks ago, then another $8,000 from a second lender. We're able to get them $22,000 over 8 months because we've got a better lender network. Bottom line, we got a better lender network, and we were able to take care of them. So great job, Steve. There's another example. Not sure what they needed the funds for, but hey, at this point, can you see that if they got money and they wanted more money, they're obviously in a growth phase. Because they wouldn't have got approved if their daily balances were real low. They wouldn't have been able to get more money unless their sales were on an upswing from the money they already got. They put it to use and it drove their sales. Now that they needed more, they're in a growth business, I would imagine. So great job, Steve, for bringing that client forward. That's just an example of our team. Again, multiple declines, but multiple approvals. It's a philosophy, but it's also a reality. Right? Isn't that cool? Absolutely. So with that, I want to go into the huddle tip for the day. Multiplication versus addition. What do I mean by that? Well, how many clients do you want to impact with David Allen Capital on our Bank Breezy platform? There's 9 million eligible for our funding, 9 million. How many of those 9 million do we want to hear about this company, David Allen Capital, and the Bank Breezy funding platform? How many? All 9 million, right? And then some, because every year there's some closing and some opening. So it is a never-ending turnstile. We want that turnstile to slow. We want more people coming in through the indoor and less going out the outdoor, right? And things like economy, things like tax rates, things like what do you call that? Disease, things like that, shutdowns, government required shutdowns. Things like that kill businesses. Hurricanes kill businesses, right? Things happen. But what the number one reason most businesses fail is lack of access to capital. We've got to solve that. You are the front line of capital. You are the front line of capital for your town. It doesn't matter if Harvard Medical School exists, if you're a Harvard doctor, but you're not willing to treat any patients. It doesn't matter how well you're trained if you're not willing to treat any patients. It doesn't matter what you know about DAC if you're not willing to treat any patients. So our job is to get the Bank Breezy platform, that immunization into every business owner that exists. That's our job. Well, how do we do that? We do that by one at a time. Each one, reach one, right? However, we built our pay plan, we built our company to do 3 things. 1, to deliver a great product to clients. Take care of those business owners. 2, to give you a great broker opportunity. 3, to take care of our employees and our funding teams and our lenders. Take care of them. And 4, honor God by doing all of that the right way. That's why this company started. That's what David Allen Capital is all about. And those are the 4 pillars we're always trying to serve. We got to do better at all of them, right? That's the reality. Until we're doing better on the bottom three, we're not honoring God the best way, right? So how do we do this? Well, I looked at it and said, I could do addition or I could do multiplication. I can go out and talk to every client I can, the best I can, and talk to a handful. And I can even build an agency. I can recruit 10 or 50, 100, even 300 agents. And now it's me and 300. That's one way. That's addition. But there's something called multiplication. And that is, what if we allow those 300 that we personally recruited to build their own 300, who build their own 300, who build their, and now you got to multiply. Do you know that we've had almost 400,000 people apply for business funding with our company? Almost 500,000. And you know, I've not talked to near that many. I may get this week, we'll have thousands of applications. I may get one personally, if it's a good week, right? We may get thousands this month. I may have 2 or 3 this month, if it's a good month, personally. See, do you want to make an impact or do you want to make an additional income? Multiplication is how you take best advantage of David Allen Capital. This pay plan is you multiply your efforts because it doesn't take away from your personal income. You don't lose money because you're building an agency. To the contrary, I earn a lot more. Just about every day, I get an override commission, a lot more than my personal commissions when I do get a client because I've got an agency. But you say, well, David, you've got DAC. Yeah, I didn't always have DAC. It was me sitting in an office right around the corner thinking of whether I should do this or not. And I started talking to clients and I told 1 or 2 people about it, who told 1 or 2 people, who told 1 or 2 people. And now almost 500,000 people have applied for funding with our company over the last 10 years. You know, what's interesting? That 500,000 is going to grow to 3 million in the next year to 2. And then it's going to grow to 9 million in the next year to 2 after that. It's only a matter of time before everyone knows what Bank Breezy is because of all of your multiplication efforts. So do you want to add an impact or do you want to make an impact? You can add. It's okay to go talk to your Chamber of Commerce and talk to 7 people or 70 people and have 70 more people know about Bank Breezy. That's amazing. And you should be doing that. But if you for a moment think that is going to make a massive impact into the world, it'll make a massive impact to that one business who says yes and takes the funding, and good for you. You've served a purpose. But this is all about duplication and multiplication, right? Jesus taught the disciples, who he only selected 12. He taught those 12 to go out 2 by 2 into a home. And he said, go into that home, go to that new town. And when you go into that home, find a home who receives you, who believes in what you share with them. The good news, gospel just means good news, who believes in the good news. And when they believe in the good news, stay there in that house and continue to duplicate them. Make disciples of them. Disciples just means students. Make people who become student of yours, who then can do what? Each one, reach one, and teach one. And then what happens is those 2 stayed in that home and they built a church. It was just a group of people getting together, but that group of people turned into a group of people, into a group of people. And whether you are a believer or not, at this point, you know who Jesus Christ is. Even if you don't believe in him, you know who he is, and he walked this earth and he created a movement, and that movement is still growing today. And every once in a while you go through a revival, which is just a boom, a momentum, right? A revival. And now that's led by the Holy Spirit, obviously, but it's also led by conversations and news channels and all kinds of stuff. Even assassinations can help. God turns all things for good, right? So he's even an assassination, he can turn into a revival of hundreds of thousands. You know, Charlie Kirk, whether you know anything about him or not, do you know that they had less than 9,000 chapters, which is pretty darn amazing. Each one reach one, 9,000 chapters. And within 2 weeks of them being shot, there was another 50,000 chapters added. So they went from 9,000 after almost 20 years in business to 7 times that because of an assassination. Knowledge. People just started getting the word out, right? And of course, a lot of God blessing favor, I believe. But with all that said, you have a message called business funding. You have a message called broker opportunity. Those 2 things together can turn into tens of thousands of applications. One day, it's going to be too late. One day, everyone will already have Bank Breezy on their phone. One day, everyone will have already downloaded our app. One day, they'll have already got our website and they've got a point of contact. Just like today, if you're selling homes, one day, people already have a real estate agent. It doesn't matter if you get started today, their uncle's already in it, or their brother, or their sister, their mom, or their dad, and they've already got their real estate agent chosen. And it can still be a great industry, but it's a lot harder now. One day, Bank Breezy's already going to be a household name in your town, and you'll say, man, I learned of it when. I remember before that website was even replicated with my name. I could have built a team of 50 agents, brokers, who then had their own 50 brokers who had 50 brokers. That would have been 1,000 brokers in my team that I would have override every one of their fundings. And if they just all referred 2 or 3, that would be 3,000. That'd be 30,000. If they would be 90,000, if they'd be 150,000, we'd have 100,000 good brokers, just like Century 21 has. And they'd all be Bank Breezy brokers through David Allen Capital in my team. But you know what? I just wanted to make a little impact. I didn't recognize the place and time I was, that I was sitting in a place of time. So as we end this overly long huddle today, do you just want to add a little bit of income to your family? Good for you. Do you just want to make a little bit of impact in your town? Good for you. Share the good news. Call Bank Breezy Funding to some business owners. Get a handful. I do that myself. But I may get 30 applications this year personally. I may. Counting renewals, maybe it'll be 50. I may. But we'll get 50 today thanks to multiplication. Multiply. Start sharing your partner page. Start sharing your partner page. Start spreading your partner page. Start telling people about your partner page. Start sharing. So as we break this huddle, and usually we allow everyone to pile on right now and share some good news, but we're going to go into our broker update. As we share that, I want you to walk away, grab a notepad, and do some math. So if I just refer 5, we refer 5, we refer 5, we refer 5, we refer 5, what it'll be. And it's not a realistic number, but I can tell you we've had over 70,000 people join DAC through a few people I told. Now only 7,000 of them are active, and that's okay. Same thing's going to happen to you. But that 7,000 will soon be 20,000 active. And that 20, maybe 200,000 will join and 20,000 will be active. And then maybe 500,000 will join and 50,000 will be active. And then 1 million will join and 100,000 will be active. And we are the largest funding company in the world. That's where we're going. You get to be a big part of it. If you want to multiply, we're multiplying with or without you. This business is multiplying. It cannot be stopped at this point unless we do something illegal or wrong. We're not doing something. We'll do a lot wrong, never intentionally, but we'll fix it every time. And you've got a future here, and your family's got a future here, and your business is willable or sellable. So I know this ripple effect of this huddle is a little long, but hopefully it's a wake-up call, a checkup from the neck up, that if you're sitting on the bleachers as Bank Breezy goes viral, if you're sitting on the bleachers as Bank Breezy goes viral, if you're sitting on the bleachers as Bank Breezy goes viral, you will regret it when you see it all over your town, and people know of it the same way they know of Rocket Mortgage. And when you've got Breezy Legal through the Breezy app, and when you've got Breezy Personal Loans through the Breezy app, and when you got everything you can imagine because of our size, all kinds of things get bolted on, you could say, man, I remember when they replicated the website. But it won't matter. That's just a horror story at that point. Oh, you should have saw me in high school. Well, why didn't you maintain it? Oh, you should have saw me when I saw Bank Breezy. Why didn't you jump on that horse and ride? Why did you dismount it? Why didn't you get on, grab those reins, and rock and roll? Why did that person out-recruit you? Why did that person out-recruit you? Why did that person out-train you? Why did that person do more Zooms than you did? Why did that person... Okay, well, that's why they make $1 million a month, because they did it. Why didn't you? Well, I didn't know how to use Zoom. Really? I didn't know what the slideshow was. Really? I didn't know how to present it. Really? Didn't you see Rutz do it 1,000 times? Couldn't you watch his recording? Really? It's a lame excuse. We're all going to multiply. We're all going to multiply. Some of you are getting this check up, neck up. The rest, I'm repelling. I get it. You know what? 4 types of soil, and this is where I'm done. 4 types of soil. Some will hear the message, and it won't take root at all. In fact, the birds will come along on a hard path. The birds will come up, eat it, and take it away. They'd never even receive the message. Some of you right now are going, Dave, you're not coming into me at all. You're kind of turning me off with all that high energy stuff. Okay, I get it. Some are going to some of those seeds are going to fall on shallow soil. It's going to take root quickly. It's going to sprout up quick. Wow, you're going to see little cherry tomatoes on and everything. But then the sun's going to come and scorch it. And because it's shallow soil, they burn up. They're here for a month. Man, I'm going to rock, Dave. You don't know what I'm going to do for your company. Dave, I'm hitting it hard for 2 weeks here. You don't watch what I do. Watch my smoke, Dave. Watch what I rock and roll. Watch how many offices I open. Wait till you see what I do in this state, in this state, in this state, in this state. 3 weeks, they're gone. And then some's going to fall where the thorn bushes are and the weeds are, and they're going to take root. But unfortunately, they're negative friends, or some greed of saying, oh, I should go direct to the lender because then I could get more commission, and I should do this instead of using Bank Breezy. I mean, they got to be taking some of the money, and now I got to pay an upline money, and someone else is getting money instead of me getting it all. And they're going to have all this negativity take their head. I've seen it 1,000 times. Most of our brokers who leave to do it on their own for about a month. And then they don't do it at all. And the thorn bushes strangle them and take it away. And then there's some are going to fall, go, you know what, dude, this multiplication is spot on. How could I ever build something now that could catch what they've done over the last 10 years, where they've already got the relationships with the top lenders? We've already got a multiplication plan. We already got an LMS. We already got a free model. We can't improve the free. We can't improve the funding platform. They already got them all. In fact, we probably couldn't even get those lenders in our platform. So how do we improve that? And guess what, guys? We're building a moat. A moat is the little river around a castle. We're building a moat around Bank Breezy. We got things being developed in the background where you won't be able to develop what we got. It will be a monopoly. We will be a monopoly. So you can multiply or you can watch. God willing, all this comes true, because we all know the main reason to do it is to provide the best funding to clients, the best broker opportunity to brokers, the best employee opportunities to employees. And I didn't mean to say blessed, but blessed employee opportunity for employees, and to honor God in all of it. Help us multiply it. Be one of the 4 types of soil who receives this and multiplies it. And we can go make a massive impact together. Ready, break. Huddle's over, huddle's over, huddle's over. Go into the chat bar. What types of soil are you? Are you the first? Don't get it. Second, shallow soil going to dry up. Third, negativity is going to strangle you. Or fourth, you're the right soil. You're going to receive and multiply. Hit the chats. Tell us where you're at. No one's going to say 1, 2, or 3. Say 4 or nothing at all. 4 or nothing at all. Go to the chats and type it in. And we're going to go to your broker update. I'm not going to stop streaming because this is the broker update. The huddle would be done. I know it was long. It went long. But you can't put a time on passion. You should, but you can't. So here we are. All right, guys, let's go into the broker update. We got some quick updates for you, and then we got a couple of guests on today. First broker I want to say is we've talked about replicating the Bank Breezy website, so you'll be able to promote that to clients directly. It's not live yet. If you go there now and type in bankbreezy.com/your ID number, it'll show your name, but it's not replicated yet. It's in process. We got to do it while it's live. So it is not working yet. It'll show your name, but if they click apply, it'll be blank and where the name goes. So just know that we're on top of it. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background that you don't see. Know that it's not live yet. Even if you see, oh, it's replicated. No, it's not. Yes, it'll show your name, but it will not give you credit if they click apply now. So should you send people to bankbreezy.com yet? No, you should not. Don't. We'll tell you when you can. Right now, they would apply and your name would be blank. I know it's on the top of the screen, but it would be blank when they click apply now, and then they could write in whatever they want there, right? So do you use bankbreezy.com? Absolutely not. What do you use? davidallencapital.com/your ID number. It's coming though. It's coming. Its ultimate plan is for that to be the site they go to. And lead with for our customers, right? That's number 1. Number 2, we've got A new email journey being started for new brokers. I just hung up with Tyler about this. We're getting this live where when people get started, they'll have an email journey that we send them. Obviously, they've got the LMS, but there'll be a little welcome journey. We're finding a lack of engagement of a lot of new brokers. A lot of new brokers, just like using the whole Jesus analogy that I just gave, he taught his disciples to go 2 by 2 into a town and then, right, share the good news, the gospel, share the good news about him being the Son of God and salvation and all that, the great news. And for those who receive it, stay there and make disciples, right? Teach them, stay there, teach them, stay there, teach them. He didn't say, send the message, say bye, and leave. And hope they get it, hope they plug in on their own, hope they follow you, hope they figure out what you mean. No, he said, stay there and make disciples of them, teach them. When you recruit a new broker, do you want it to multiply? Invest some time into that person. Well, we're going to have a journey because we see there's a lot of engagement falling short. We want you to do these things, but we're also going to help from the corporate level, sending an engagement, just an introductory couple messages to them after they join to keep them moving. That probably won't be live for 30 days or so, but we're working on it right now. We're also adding to the LMS. We're going to put the comp plan into bite sizes in the LMS, and we've got some other trainings we're adding to the LMS. We're also moving all the resources into the LMS, meaning your scripts and things like that. They're going to be under a resources tab in the LMS so that you won't have to go to the agent resource center. It'll all be in DAC training site. We're trying to consolidate that all into one. So those are some things we're working on behind the scenes. But ultimately, none of that makes your check go up. None of that multiplies your organization. None of it all assists. It's all part of us delivering on honoring our God and delivering a free broker opportunity where you have a real chance for succeeding, a real chance to make $250,000 a year, just serving businesses and making an agency for yourself. And we help you grow that agency, whether you're brand new to it or you're super experienced, right? The other update we have, I'm going to have McGuire Tate come on. McGuire's been working on a merch store for us, so that we can have our branded goodies. This I made by ordering stickers and putting it on a cup. Not good. It's on an angle, right? This I had to pay a lot more because we had to order them one at a time at a place without a relationship. So we asked McGuire if he could start doing some research to help us find a merch store. And he's been talking with an old friend of mine who I met in this space and other companies too. And so McGuire, take it over, buddy. Tell us what you got for a merch store.
Absolutely. Well, I know I've been mentioning it briefly for the past couple weeks, and we wanted to make sure that everything was all together before we, presented it to our brokers, just for the sake of making sure all the nuts and bolts were on right, and we had everything that we thought people would want to get as far as apparel and accessories goes. So I did some vetting out, spoke to a couple companies, and like David mentioned, he put me in contact with an old and still great friend of his, Rob McGordy, over with Resource Solutions Plus. Michael Amarata, if I'm pronouncing his last name right. I know Rob will correct me if I'm not, but those guys over there just put a lot of time in. I noticed right away that the amount of time and effort and care that they were putting into just getting us some mock drafts and really hearing what we had to say as far as some requests we had. I knew right away this was going to be a no-brainer for us to work with them. Because we just like to be one call away from people and understand or know that they understand us and our needs. So it was a no-brainer right away after the first phone call. I was like, as long as everything goes well, I'm sure we'll be setting this up with them. And since then, it's just been nothing but great feedback and great stuff from them. So what I'm going to quickly do is we're going to be posting this in the Facebook, and then you guys will be getting an email with everything. So this will be live. It's live now. It's ready to go, and we'll send all that info out to you, and it'll be in the Facebook. But what I'm going to do is show you guys really quickly what the store is going, or what it looks like. Very excited about this. So just let me know if you can see everything, David. Can you see the screen?
Looks great. Looks great.
Awesome. So what they did is this is all tailored to DAC. You can see our logos here, some of our pictures. Got it broken down by categories for you guys. We've got some drinkware options, men's, women's apparel, some gifts that you could essentially, get for maybe a client of yours, or just for yourself. But these are some really classy options. Got bags, accessories. They did the whole 9 yards, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. Those people that know me know I'm a fashionista. I like my goodies and my swag. So when I saw them come back with everything, I was just more than pleased. They did a phenomenal job. And going forward, they've been very open with, comment or contacting them with maybe some requests or some things. This is just the beginning, right? So I'm sure that we'll expand going forward, but couldn't be more pleased with the options, the color spreads, everything. So I know you guys are going to be very pleased with it as well. Even got some coffee mugs, some drinkware. So like I said, this is beyond what I was expecting, and I know they did put a lot of time into it. So we actually have Rob with us here today just to share a little testament to a little bit of their work and their excitement. So I'm going to go down here.
And by the
this
way,
is Rob.
isn't it not true, McGuire, too, that they're also adding all Bank Breezy stuff into this in the near future?
Yes. I just spoke with Rob this morning. They already have all the logos and everything like that. It takes a little bit of time being that things are done manual. So they are very fast and very efficient. So don't be surprised if that's, coming next week. But that is a plan of ours to have DAC and Bank Breezy so we can promote both logos, both brands. But I think we have Rob unmuted. So if you want to go ahead, Rob, I know you were pretty excited to speak today. So take it away, my friend.
I've been more than excited for about 2 weeks, McGuire. And first of all, David, your quarter zip Nike shirt looks fantastic. McGuire, your blue quarter zip looks fantastic. And that's the whole idea, gang. Recognition. You guys have a wonderful brand. I know it for fact. I actually worked with David a couple of years ago on a couple of accounts. And folks, just so you know, believe it or not, last week I celebrated my 43rd anniversary in the insurance industry. I can't believe it's been 43 years. Thank you, David. And the one thing, I'll tell you what, not the one thing, but one of the most important things that I've learned in my 43 years is to say thank you, not only to the people you do business with, but thank you to the folks that help you grow your business. And there's never a better way to do it than with some really upscale branded logo swag. And with McGuire and David's blessing, we put together an outstanding store. Early on the call, Dolores, if you're still on the call, I heard that you were actually looking for an idea to go out to thank somebody for referring you business. What better opportunity than to take a look and see what we have, to see if something in there might interest you in terms of thanking that person, who's been supporting your business. This is an opportunity to provide valuable resources for you guys. McGuire didn't mention this, but we've got drop pens. We've got things, as you go into a prospect, we've got some leave behind items that are not going to break the bank. And ultimately, the store that's live right now is a fluid operation. So if you folks have any requests, any ideas, you feel free to contact McGuire or me. Jonathan Pike at Resource Solutions Plus is going to be managing the store, and his contact information is available to you folks. As far as Bank Breezy goes, David and McGuire, we anticipate to have that store up and running by by a week from today. So you guys are a priority to us. It's a service-related business, and we want to prove to you that you guys can prove to your clients that service is paramount. I want to thank you guys for your time and good luck with your sales and your opportunities. As David said, it's you just got to get out there and do it. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rob. And if you guys can't already tell just from his brief time here, he's a great guy, trustworthy guy, honorable guy. And that's just same goes for the work that they do, the timeliness, the care, the listening. So couldn't be more pleased with this partnership, this store, everything. I just posted the link in the chat just for those of you that are here to get a first look at it. But like I mentioned, we will be posting it to the Facebook and sending out some info via email as well. So be on the lookout for that. And like I said, I'm excited. I'm going to be ordering some stuff tonight. I know a couple other people I spoke with are going to be doing that as well. So very pleased.
You know what, McGuire, let's before we leave real quick and leave this subject. First of all, that email when Rob said, if you have anything, you can reach out to Rob or McGuire. There's also a question mark in the website. And if you click on the question mark, it gives you the email address right to John. And so that's the best way if you got a product idea. But, it's funny, Rob, you knew that you were sending us some goodies. You were sending us some goodies, and we were flying out to California to be at my son's wedding, and McGuire and I were out there together. And so you sent it to where our Airbnb, which was really cool. But I got to tell you, when that box arrived, this is the fun thing about gifts, right? I get an Amazon package just about every day at our house, but we bought them, and it's still fun to open, right? It's still fun to have an opening. But when McGuire got that box and he's like, where's Papa? Where's Papa? We got it. And I was getting ready or something. I came out. He goes, let's open the box and see what Rob sent us. And every little thing in it, you talk about gifts, whether it was a squish ball, that's a shark. I know it's not on our site right now, but I don't know what those cost. But Tyler was all over that. He's like, I want the squish ball. It was like Christmas for all of us. The golf balls, logoed golf balls, guys. Logo golf balls, just a little giveaway. You know how much people love getting free stuff? Those pens, those leave behind pens. What is it? $4 for 10 pens? Like
25.
I'm sorry?
For 25, $3 for 25.
Yeah, there's one pen I saw, $4 for 25 pens.
Yep.
I mean, come on, you leave those behind. You're keeping a brand name. You leave them at different places. So guys, there's nothing like, so I got that 3/4 zip. I got that book bag. I couldn't wait to get into the airport, wheeling my new book bag and my new DAC hat or DAC shirt and hat. It's your uniform, right? You're proud of what you do. But what's most cool about it is the gift giving aspect. To open up something like that is really, really neat. And the value is much greater than the cost. So if you got someone who refers you a client, and you send them a wine or a crystal glass set, I mean, it's nothing compared to the amount of money you earned on that client. And you give them a crystal glass set. What does that cost? $80, $100? I don't know, $120. I didn't even see what it was. But you made $3,000 and you give someone $100 gift. That gift is worth a lot more than $100. I was on our board at our club, and they gave us drink glasses with our logo on it. Man, they are cherished. And one broke, and my wife ordered a whole new set because she knew how much I cherished that logoed thing. Guys, take these, put them a part of your home, feel proud of it. They're beautiful things. And if you got something you need that you don't see there, email that group. They'll make sure we have it if it's doable. And McGuire, isn't it true that everything in there is print on demand, but it's available now? Nothing's sold out.
Correct.
If it's there, it's available.
Yep, from what I believe, we wanted to get everything in the store as of now that is just readily available for Mike and Rob. So anything that it's basically just to get it shipped out as fast as possible, because knowing that's a concern.
All right, good. Anything else you want to say, Magoo or Rob, before we go? Rob, thanks for everything, man. I love those items you gave me, and it was a very sweet gift, and I love wearing them.
I covered everything. I'll just ask Rob to unmute in case he has anything left uncovered. But
yeah, just real quick, and thank you so much. That was great, David. And believe me, Michael was excited to send, as excited as you were to get it. Michael was as excited to send it. So if you say anything, that's the great part of giving, folks. It's not so much. It's that the gift you're going to give, the excitement on the end of the gift. But isn't it better to give than receive?
Yeah, always.
Anyway, you brought up a good point. I would say to give us, because it is all on demand, it's all high quality stitching. Give us about 7 business days from your order to get the item to you, and that probably includes shipping. Okay, just so we can at least sort of kind of get a nice 7 to 10 days. But that'll be in you with you guys at the address you put in as soon as heavenly possible. So.
Amen.
Thanks again
All
for
right.
everything, and God bless
And in the
everybody.
grand scheme, thank you so much, Rob. And in the grand scheme of things, 7 days is, I would say, night and day better compared to some other resources we've had in the past. So that 7 days to print or to stitch and ship and get it out there, that's phenomenal. It's, if you guys really understand what goes into that, that's a phenomenal turnaround time. So thank you again, Rob, for everything.
Take
Yeah,
care, guys.
and
Thank
thank
you.
you guys. And I'll just end by saying this about this, and I'll change the subject. Behind me, in this room behind me, behind that wall, I've got about 7 boxes full of shirts, hats, drink bottles from a company that I ended up having to sell because we needed to fund it. And I still have, because back then you had to buy it all in bulk. So I've got thousands of dollars worth, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of materials that we had to buy that we never sold. And because you had to buy everything, I'm not losing money on shirts anymore. I'm not losing money on hats anymore. We do not want to buy in bulk. Most companies say, hey, we'll be glad to create a store for you, and we're glad to have a bunch of Nike shirts, but we need you to order 1,000 of this and 500 of this and 2,000 of this. And I said, I'm not doing that. We make nothing from our brokers. We're not going to take a risk that they'll order a hat. What if they don't like the hat? I got drink bottles back there that nobody liked. So, but I bought them all, right? And so Rob's company was willing to say, listen, we'll front all this. They paid for them all. They've got all the product. It's print on demand. They got all those shirts waiting for you to say, yeah, throw your logo on it. And they'll put the logo on it. That's not easy to find. And so great job, Rob. We appreciate your investment in us, your time, your dollars that you guys have put into this, and the flexibility where if we just order one thing, we can have that cool Nike shirt without having to buy 300 of them. So thank you for that, because it hurt my business, and it's nice that we can do this without hurting our business. That's smart. So well done. And by the way, Vistaprint, we tried doing it there for the same reason. They were out of 90% of the stuff always. So we want stuff on the shelf that sells, and we also want stuff on the shelf that's available. So it's a long story. I get it, but we're very excited about this. So our print shop is live, our merch shop is live, and our replication of our website's coming. Of course, DAC replication's already there. Our LMS is live. We're adding more stuff to the LMS. The email journey's coming, and the multiplication is available. I think so many people take for granted being able to build an agency. If you're in insurance, like Rob just said, you don't get to build an agency until you become a general agency. Then you can recruit agents and add others. But until you're a managing general agency, you can't earn multiple levels of agencies. So here you can take advantage of the agency model day one. As long as you're certified, you automatically get paid on every broker you introduce, no matter what. All you got to do is be certified. That's all your qualification. Just get certified, and you make no matter what, 4% of all their bonus revenue. They're making 40 to start. You're making 10% of that no matter what, for life. Great job. I see Steve showing his certification. You're one of the few people I see on my screen. Steve, thanks for showing that. But then you know what? If you introduce 10 of those people and you get paid no matter what on them, well, what if they introduce 10 and some of them will? Well, now you got to start qualifying for it, right? You got to have a certain number of personally enrolled to get paid on your level 2. That's all you got to do is have so many personally enrolled, 3 of them, just 3 who are certified brokers. And now you get paid your second level as well. Just 3 certified brokers who are qualified certified brokers, I should say. So it's not overly difficult, but the override spread, guys, if you don't know our pay plan, go watch the video. Watch the hour-long video in our comp plan. Read the document. Watch the video. Override spread. As you get more clients, you earn more on your future clients, but you also earn the spread between where you are and where your team is. You get all that. I saw checks go out last month, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Override spreads. Not to the person who got the client, to people in their team above them. Take advantage of that. You get more clients, you'll earn more override spreads. Earn more on your own, earn more on them. And of course, it's going to multiply. So don't sit on that opportunity. It's just not for me. How many people do you know who could love this business more than you? some will like it more than you. And they'll refer other people who will like it more than you, who will be more comfortable talking to business owners than you, who actually will actually thrive in this, maybe even better than you. The good news is you get overrides on all of it. So multiplication is the key today, not addition. Thanks for Rob and McGuire with the merch store. Thanks for Tyler and the print store that we launched a while back. Thanks for the Bank Breezy funding team for all the work they do. And most of all, thanks to all of you for what you do every day, growing our business and referring your clients. Who's got a question or comment, or is there anything in the chat bars that we need to mention? Again, who's
Nothing
the
in
right
the
type
chat.
of soil? 44444444444. Who's the right soil? I 4 for it. Who's else is a 4 for it?
Got a lot of excitement about the store in the chat. Just a lot of thank yous to the team, just as you mentioned. So I appreciate that, guys. It means a lot to us, being that we put a little bit of time and hope that this gets received well on your end. So it's great to hear that feedback from you guys. Can't thank you enough. But we do have a couple hands up. Tracy, you were first, so go ahead and give us what you got.
Yeah, hi there. Thanks for that. Regarding multiplying, I started calling SBDCs yesterday and leaving messages. I've only talked to one actual who gave me some, great information about how it's done here in New Mexico. But one of my questions was when I was looking for other places to go and on that multiplying, looking at their resources and other places, other resources within the state that they say help for funding, and then reading their websites. Is it possible of going to one? Yes, I could be a referral, but in what you're saying, could I ask an organization if they wanted to become a broker for David Allen Capital? How does that work if there's someone?
Absolutely. We've got an organization who just joined who signed up 120 of their full-time brokers, and they market B2B services, and they just joined. We have another one who's got 70 or 80 full-time brokers just joined. So if you go to an existing sales organization, an existing agency, say, would you like to add business funding to your offerings? That general agency signs up as a broker under you and then signs up all their agents under them. And they earn the overrides. And transparently, what we do is we can start some of those general agencies higher up the ladder. We're actually working on a way that once you reach a certain level, like where Nick Nahame is and many others, I'm not sure what level you're at, but you'd be able to start someone, if you enrolled someone, you'd be able to start them higher up the ladder because it's only cutting into your personal pay, so that you could land an agency and say, okay, we'll start you at the 50% level. All your agents will start at the 40. You'll make a 10% override because you've already built a big agency outside of DAC. So we'll allow you to move in. So yes, you can start them and we'll talk to them individually. And that's what we had to do with this other group. Okay. We gave them a higher starting level so that they could then have all their people start at the 40% level. They would earn an override as owners, and the broker still gets an override because they're above them. So yeah, if you got someone you want us to talk to, all you got to do is have them look at your partner page. Say, if you're interested, I can get you on the phone with the CEO of the company, and we can talk about what type of special arrangements they might be able to make with you. They've got to bring a whole brokerage over there. We're not going to start someone up there just because they want us to.
Right. Okay. All right. Yep. So if they want the big one, then maybe the support at Bank Breezy or just. Yeah.
You can go right to me. I mean, if you've got someone, I get texts all the time and calls all the time to, hey, I've got a group. Can you talk to them? In fact, I got a call at 12:30 here with a large group out of Spain. Okay. So I'm going to be jumping on that in a few minutes. So just text me 248-808-0892. Someone throw it in the chat, please. 248-808-0892, or email me, david@davidallencapital.com, and let me know you got a large group. Have them watch your video first. I don't want to, you get a lot of people I know you won't do that for the other people. If you got someone, just make sure they're interested. And then if so, I'd be glad to talk to them. Looking forward to it. Be honored to.
Cool. Thank you so much.
And then you override all of it, of course. Yes.
All right. Next, we got Dexter, the man with
McGuire,
the energy.
You may have to take over. You may have to take over soon at 12:25. I got to go for that call, but till then, I'm here.
All right. It's all you, Dexter.
Let's see. Is this thing on?
You're on, buddy. You're on.
Son? All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, DAC family and world. David and McGuire. Great information today. God, I felt the heat. I felt the smoke, smelt the smoke, felt the heat. I'll make it really, really quick. This is for those out there that thinking about quitting. I just want to say, sustain, sustain, sustain. Fight the burn to quit. Water is coming. That's it.
Yeah. And you know how you keep the water? As long as the soil is rich, with moisture, you don't have to worry about it. So stay rooted in the right soil, abide in the business. Just like the Bible says, abide in Christ, abide in the business, and the fruits will follow. Where you're rooted determines your fruits. Your roots create your fruits. Be on the huddle every day. Be on the huddle every day. Be on the huddle every day. Stay in the business every day and you'll grow. Nick, what do you got for us, buddy?
Hey,
Thank
guys.
you.
I
Dexter, that was awesome.
love it. Dexter, always bringing the fire, the energy. Receive your water every day on these huddles, huddles, right? So I just want to share my appreciation for McGuire, the work you've done here for the merch store, and Rob, everything you're doing for us as well. Thank you. I'm really excited about this because I know when it comes to customer experience, we want to separate ourselves from we already are, but we want to separate ourselves as much as possible. And I listened to this a while back from a very successful entrepreneur and sales business guy, and you want to treat every customer as if they're your only customer. And I took that to heart, and I've been always implementing that with every funded client that I would secure. I would, through previous conversations, getting to know that client, I would know what maybe some interest they had, a sport, a team, they like coffee, whatever. And I would take the time, and as a thank you for them doing business with us, and as a thank you for putting their trust in us, in the Bank Breezy team, the platform, I'd send them a small gesture of gift, maybe a Starbucks gift card, or one of my big clients. I knew he was a soccer fan, so I ordered a custom soccer jersey for them. So I always take the time to do that at the end, and it's always up to everyone to do that or not. I'm not saying do it, but it's helped me to sustain relationships with these clients, and they've come back one time after the other. I'm not saying they come back just for the gift, but that gesture of showing that appreciation of them doing business with you and putting their trust in you, I've seen it's been able to maintain a long-lasting relationship with these clients. And from the look of what I just saw at that merch store, just a whole bunch of ideas came to mind. And it's just really exciting because it is a great experience when not only you help their business, right, secure the funds they need to grow or whatever the opportunity is, but you're also gifting them a thoughtful, meaningful gift. It only puts you as a broker and the company DAC at a high level because they receive that gift. They're like, whoa, they helped me get the money I need for my business. Look at this gift. Look at this. I saw there's a golf bag. Imagine knowing if that business owner likes to play golf. You get them a golf bag at their doorstep, and it's a handwritten note or an email saying, hey, I just sent this over to you. I just wanted to say thank you for putting the trust in us to help your business. That separates you from any other business out there. So I just want to share my appreciation to McGuire, to Rob, to you, David, for all this, because it's just another enhancement to our business. So thank you.
Amen, amen, amen. That's a great point. And by the way, imagine you got that OGO Orbit golf bag and you're golfing with someone and you don't know them. You're on the course. What's David Allen Capital? What's DAC? Ding, ding, ding. Anyone who's in insurance, financial planning, investment banking, all that, they're all golf club members because a lot of business is done on the golf course. Throw your DAC golf bag on your golf cart. See how it attracts some conversation. It opens doors. What's DAC? I get that all the time when I have a hat. What's DAC when it's on your hat? Put it all over you. People ask about it, and you can point to it quick. It's great. It's part of the uniform. All right. I don't have anything else. I'm going to bounce right now, McGuire. It's in your hands now. I'm going to leave for my 12:30 call. I want to prepare for it. So I
would say this
appreciate
is a
you
wrap.
all. Appreciate you all, every one of you. I'm going to make you the host so I don't end this meeting when I leave, buddy. But you can go ahead and take over. I'll move it over from here.
Sure thing. Well, just to summarize everything, guys, at least going into the broker update for everybody. See you, David. Make sure I add myself here. Perfect. So we do have like you mentioned, next week, we should have the Bank Breezy replicated sites live. The print shop is live. The swag shop is now live. That's going to be going out on Facebook and via email. So be on the lookout for that. I know I posted it in the chat, but it's going to be live on all of our social feeds. As far as there was one more item. I think that's it, actually. The Bank Breezy replicated sites, perfect. The shop. So yeah, that's really it, guys. The Huddle podcast. So we're gonna be, if you guys could we forgot to do this while David was on, but if you could in the chat, we're gonna be posting the Huddle calls as a podcast. So that's one of my projects right now, is taking the Huddle calls, putting them somewhere where people can easily listen to them via audio, wherever they are, whether they're driving, walking, etc. But we're determining the platform on which we're going to post them. So right now we're between Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. So if you guys all could in the chat, we're gonna record the responses. Just put between those three what you would be Audible, YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. Between those four, Audible, Spotify, YouTube, and iTunes. If you could put in the chat what would be your preferred method to use, we're taking that into account. For the meantime, I believe Spotify has the easiest platform for us, just transition-wise, but we want to see what would be easiest for everybody to tune into. So that is the last order of business that we have to get through, and I'm just going to wait for the chats to fill up with the responses. But other than that, guys, it's the end of end of this week, but really the start to next week. Let's go into the weekend. If you have any time available, whether that's before some plans you already have, or late at night after you've done your fun for the day. Every conversation counts. Every story that we hear on here is just from one conversation, right? Every news story is from one conversation. So even if you can generate 3, 5, 10, 20, whatever it is, that's just more reasons for a business owner to respond to you and get the help that they need. So let's keep that in mind this weekend, guys. Whatever time we have, let's knock it out. Start the new week next week strong. We have a lot of great new additions to the DAC program right now. So make sure you check out the swag shop. I know I've already got a couple items, but I've already got a few planned that I'm going to be doing. I know Nick's a fellow fashionista as well, so I'm sure he'll be getting to that swag shop sooner than I am. So that's all we have. I just recorded we have the recordings of your responses. So we'll take a look at that. Keep you guys updated next week. Love you guys. God loves you more. Let's go change the world. Let's help some business owners in need and earn some commissions for ourselves as well. Love you guys. Take care. We'll see you next Friday and on